just Vigilante J Creek, and you're tuning in to Minds Wide Open.
Hey, yo, check it out. This is Namestream, never mainstream. You're tuning in to Minds Wide Open Media.
Shout out to the Florida Vibe Directory. You are now listening to the best playlist in South Florida.
Hey. And welcome back, everyone. This is the Florida Vibe Directory. On this episode, we got J Walley in the building.
What's going on?
What's up, man? So how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, brother. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm happy now we're in the studio.
Yes, sir.
About to hit this podcast, you know. Really happy to have you in here.
Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah. From what I understand, it's not your first time.
No.
Were you surprised by how much has changed when you first came in?
Yes, I was very surprised.
Yeah, a lot of things have changed, man. We've been trying to make some major upgrades. So
I see.
Happy to be where we're at now. So tell me, man, I hear you got a new album out or a new project.
Yeah, a new EP.
Hell yeah. So tell me more about that.
Well, it's called Breathe Volume 2. It's kind of going on with a sequel that I got for Breathe Volume 1 that dropped back in 2019. So it's going to be 3 parts of it.
Gotcha.
And yeah, like the acronym stands for Believing in a Renewed Existence, Allowing Time to Heal Everything.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's an amazing acronym.
Mm-hmm.
What made you want to come up with that?
It was around the time I was going through a lot of things, staying with my mom and like just going through ups and downs, and it just came to me. Like it just came to me.
I like that. Breathe. So you just released Volume 2.
Yes, sir.
Right. What made you want to make it a 3-part series?
Well, I used to go by the name of Jay the Storyteller.
Okay.
And my first mixtape was Storytelling My Life Through Outspoken Words. So like for this project, it was kind of like after that project, I dropped Higher Learning.
Word.
And then I was just like, okay, I'm sitting on Breathe. Breathe is going to be the 3rd project that they're going to get from me. And I want it to be something that's going to just stick to the people.
Gotcha.
So I was just like, I can make this a whole album, give them like 15, 18 tracks, or I could split it up in 3 parts during different times of my lifespan and just show them that this is longevity.
Gotcha.
You feel me? Like this is something that's going to be here for a while.
Yeah.
And that's just where my mind was at the time.
I like that a lot. So when you wanted to create this project, did you already have like a set idea of how many songs you wanted it to be?
Well, when I first started working on the project, I had about I was sitting on I want to say 10, 13 songs.
Word. And
this was years ago. And I was recording all these songs myself.
Okay.
And I was finding beats off YouTube. That's what I used to do. Still to this day sometimes do that. And I was just trying to see which pieces are gonna fit. And which part of Breathe are they gonna react to more? Are they gonna enjoy more? So I kind of just said, you know what? Let me just make this a whole album. And then something came and something stopped me from doing that. And years going on, started recording more songs in different studios. And I just said, you know what? I'm gonna just make this 3-part project. I'm gonna give them that within different time spans, but still consistency.
I like that. Okay. So you've been trying to just stick to the motive. You already know you had this music on lock. You just had to release it.
Yeah.
So that's where you decided to do the 3-part.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, yeah, I gotta get it out there. It has to be. It all has to make sense. Right. Because if it doesn't make sense, then it's what's the point?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
True that, man. I see, a lot of artists tend to just put out music to put out music. They don't really have a purpose. It's just I think it's a heater. Let me just keep on throwing shit out until something sticks.
Type shit. That works for some people, but for people who view this art as their whole, you give me their all, and they give their all into it, they kind of tend to, do it more strategically.
Gotcha. So what do you feel like rap means to you?
Oh man,
it's a loaded question.
It's my baby. It's my it's the one I could go to and talk to when times are rough.
Okay.
Like rap and just music in itself. Like there's like how they say the bodies and the elements of art, of hip hop. It has to be, you know, like I said, it has to make sense. But for rap, for me, it's something that like, if I can't talk to this person, I can get it out on the beat.
Gotcha.
You get me?
Yeah. Yeah, so you can get it off your chest.
Yes.
Right on the beat.
Yeah. It's like my therapist.
Yeah. That's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when you created your newest project, what did you really have in mind, right?
I was like, okay, this has to be harder than the first project.
Okay.
Like, that's what I had. This has to be, if I'm going to give him 3 parts to breathe, it can't be boring.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there has to be something that I did on the first one that I didn't do on the second one. Has to be something I didn't do on the second one that I did on the first one.
Okay.
So, I mean, coming with this project, it meant everything to me. You get me? Like I said, like rap is my baby. Like
Yeah.
it's something that like my mom helped instilled in me. Like she was the first person that taught me how to write.
Damn. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that has made an impact on you? Even to this
Yeah, it
day?
has, because my mom, she used to write poetry.
Word.
So like my first rap was about football. I don't really remember it, but like when I did write it, she had me to all her friends, so, yo, spit that rap real quick that we wrote. And it was just it from there.
Love that. And where did you grow up?
So I grew up in Dade. I grew up in Carroll City for a little bit, then I moved to Broward.
Gotcha. And how has been your experience like growing up in Broward?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I went to school down here. I didn't finish high school down here. I finished high school in Jacksonville.
Okay.
But growing up in Broward, it's home, man. I love it, dog.
Yeah, definitely. And do you feel like it has developed you musically?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of
How so?
course. My homeboy who I got with me, Soul, he was the first person that put me in the booth.
Okay. Shout out to Soul. We got him in the building here. Very sweet. So how'd you guys meet?
Through mutual friends.
Word.
It's kind of like we met over the internet, because at the time, me and my boy, one of my homeboys, we were working on the tape.
Mm.
And we were just the type of kids, you know, record ourselves freestyling, put it on Facebook real quick, record ourselves rapping, put it on Facebook real quick, see if the people like it. Oh, the people like it, we'll continue doing this. And so my homeboy knew him, and then he got connected with me, and this was like back like before what, like 9th grade? Yeah, like 9th grade.
Damn, so way back.
Way back.
Yeah.
Like the summer of going into 9th grade.
That's beautiful, man. And you think like this like propelled you into music even more so?
Yeah, it did, cause like before recording, all I knew was a camera.
Right.
Like I didn't know like, okay, I'm gonna get into the booth and I'm gonna spit this verse and my homie gonna record it, then he gonna mix it down for me, and I'm gonna get the vocals sent to my email. Like I didn't know none of that.
So you were never exposed to that kind of thing?
Nah, like I went to a studio one time when I was little.
Gotcha.
And it was my mom's recording session.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So you said your mom did poetry. Did she like record herself doing
Yeah,
poetry?
she would record herself doing poetry over a beat. And yeah, man, it was a wrap from there. So like I'm like, I had to be like 13 or younger, and I just remember myself in the booth with the headphones over me, just like, okay, I could do this. And she was like, "You're not ready yet." I'm just like, damn.
Mom trying to protect your kid.
Yeah, she's like, "You're not ready yet."
Streets are tough. This rap game's no joke.
And I was just like, damn, okay.
So how can you describe that feeling, right? Like being a kid and seeing like a parental figure like spit, you know, in a booth and everything. I bet
it was a movie, man. Like just seeing my mom do it. Like I'm over here, the youngest kid in the studio with all her friends.
Yeah.
And she's over here just going in on the mic, and I'm just like, yo, that's something I want to do.
That's amazing. And is your mother from Florida too?
Yeah, she is.
Dope.
But she grew up in Cali.
Word.
Yeah, so she claims like the Oakland area.
Yeah.
That's like her stomping grounds. But yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. I feel like California has a lot of musical, talent around there, and it'll definitely spread. So that's incredible to see, man. And how do you feel this has influenced your latest projects? Do you think like what has led really to the creation of Breathe Volume 2? Like you told me like you had this music stocked up. What type of meaning did you want to put into this?
I wanted to put in soul, put in passion. I wanted to put in time, and I wanted to put in just a lot of me. Like when I dropped my first mixtape, Storytelling, it was under the persona and under the look of, okay, this is like I'm giving you me. I'm giving you Jordan. Like I'm gonna tell you my story from my father's perspective, from my perspective, and I'm gonna let you see who this person is.
Gotcha.
So like for Breathe, it was just like, okay, this is gonna be the third project. Like, what more can you tell them? What more can you give them? So that's pretty much how I saw it.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Really putting yourself out there and seeing like what you could be vulnerable with. It sounds like,
Yes, sir.
That's powering. And do you have any more plans for this project? Do you want to really bring them out? Like,
yeah, I'm gonna shoot some videos.
Okay.
I think for one of the songs called Hell and Back, and then another song called Take a Trip.
Okay. So do you already have like an idea of what you want to go with in that?
For Hell and Back, not really, but for Take a Trip, kinda.
Okay. All right. Sweet. And tell me more about your team.
Okay, so my team, Respiration, it was a group, and it was 4 of us, including myself, and we were like, when we're together, we're a group, but we're still all solo artists.
Okay.
And that was like back in high school. Now I still rap RIP, that's Respiration in Progress, and so does my brother Soul. But my team is literally myself, a couple of my brothers, and just the people that support me, like my family. So that's pretty much my team. Like, I came in this game with friends, and I want to continue that.
Okay.
With friends and family.
Yeah, I think that's always the best bet, man. Keep that friend circle real tight. Those who support you, and then just grow with them.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that. So when it comes to your production, do you go to like a specific producer?
There was a producer that I would go to, and then there's, like I said, I'll find some beats over the internet. Pay for them. But I'm looking to actually work with more producers.
Okay.
On the next project.
I like that. All right.
More locals.
You're gonna look for more locals.
Yeah.
So you're gonna try to stay within Broward.
Within Broward, if some things come from other places, then sure.
Word.
I'm always open to work.
Nice. And do you feel like you put yourself out there in these areas where you can meet new people, like new people in the industry?
Of course. I used to go to shows back in the day.
Yeah.
Back when I was performing. So like, probably just mingle, start going back to doing shows, and just connecting with people.
So you mentioned doing shows. When was the last time you got a chance to perform? I know COVID kind of threw all that to a wrench.
Yeah, COVID threw everything off.
Yeah.
So it's been some years, but my first show was back in 2015.
Word.
That was like my first ever show at Blue House Party.
Where is that?
That was over in Hollywood.
Okay.
That was Blue House Party was what it was called. Actually, Soul performed there too.
Nice.
And that was my first ever show. And then like I didn't do shows for like a couple of years. And then just recently, like back in 2019, I did my own locals only tour.
Word. Okay.
I performed this Sesh with Greatness, Painting with a Kush.
Okay.
And Sesh with Greatness again.
I see. And when you said you like set up the tour, did you set it like mostly in South Florida?
Yeah.
I like that. Sweet. So how did it feel to actually get up on stage and perform? Like, were you nervous the first time you did it?
Coming back?
Yeah.
I was a little nervous, but like once I got that mic in my hand and I heard my own music playing, and I was just like performing the song, I was good.
You fell into your own.
It was normal. Started dancing a little bit, you know.
That's amazing. And when you first picked up a mic and performed, let's say like flash it back to 2015, you know,
That was a show.
that was a show.
That was a show.
How was that experience?
That experience was a great experience because like I was like connecting with the crowd,
Word.
and it was good. Like I treated it like it was my all. Like I was like if I was headlining the show.
I love that. I love that. So, you know, you mentioned connecting with the crowd. You know, is this something that you realize is it really gives you that rush when you're performing?
Yeah, I would say the eye contact,
Mm-hmm.
the people, you know, actually listening, paying attention to what you're doing. They got their eyes on you. I mean, that gives me like a certain fulfillment. Like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I got to make sure I give it my all.
Yeah. So I saw also that in the past you've had different projects, right? One of them is Forex. So
Oh yeah, Forex was a single.
yeah, what made you want to call it Forex?
Well, the beat that I got it, rest in peace, I Am Worldwide Poppy, I got the beat from him,
Uh-huh.
and it was called Forex. So I just ran with it. I just ran with it.
Word. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And I see you had Trials and Tribulations too.
That was off the first project.
Okay.
That was the first song off the first project.
I
Yeah,
like it.
Trials and Tribulations, I love that song.
Okay.
That's actually one of the songs I performed.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what made you want to call it Trials and Tribulations?
Because how deep it is. Like, I've gone through some things.
Mhm.
I think us as people, we all go through things.
Right.
You feel me? And it's either you're going to lay down and not get back up,
Mm-hmm.
or you're going to get back up and keep running.
Yeah, true that. True that. So you felt like you needed to put that into words.
Yeah, so I had to. Like, the meaning, I remember my boy J-Mon, the first time he heard it.
Creek?
Yeah, Creek.
Hell yeah.
His face was just like, okay.
Shout out Creek.
Shout out Creek. That's my dog.
Yeah, he was in here not too long ago shooting
Yeah,
a
I saw
podcast
that.
with us. Yeah. So that's what's up, man. It's always good to get some feedback and then see that your homeboys are fucking with it.
Yeah.
Right. That's a great feeling. So where do you feel like is next for you now that you came out with Breathe Volume 2? So where do you want to go from here?
Just continue making more projects.
Okay.
Start doing shows later on down the line. You know, once I get like a bigger buzz, start doing features. People paying for features,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to just continue to grow. I didn't tell people yet, but I'm actually gonna bring back Higher Learning
Mm-hmm.
and do a part 2. That's gonna be after Breathe Volume 3.
Okay. I love that.
And Higher Learning was kind of like, it was for all my smokers.
I see.
You feel me? Like, it was for all the people, you know, who just like to, you know, just take one to the head one time.
I'm like one up.
Yeah, like one up. So, like, I'm revisiting that, J Walley.
I love that. I love that. So you got kind of this like map. I feel like a map out of how you want your projects to drop from here on out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see yourself also releasing like a full length album or just sticking to the EPs?
I actually have thought about that.
Okay.
Probably a self-titled album.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking about. Cause I saw like one of my favorites, Vince Staples. He did a self-titled album, and I was like, okay. I always wanted to write a song and the title be my name.
That would be pretty cool.
And that was back when I was under the name J.R.D. Wallace.
Okay.
It was Jay the Storyteller, then J.R.D., now it's J Walley.
Okay. Do you feel like this is gonna be the one that you're sticking to?
Yeah,
on the
this
name?
is the one I'm sticking to with the name. Because
Right.
those, like, Jay the Storyteller, when I first started rapping,
Yeah.
J.R.D. was like another time period where I was like, okay, about to start doing Breathe. And now J Walley it's set.
I like that. Okay, so you're just sticking to the name. You know what you got, and you're just gonna grow from here.
Exactly.
I like that. Cool, man. So tell me more about the Breathe Part 2. Like, what is your favorite song on that EP? Would you say?
It's either Hella Back or Take a Trip.
Okay.
It's either one of those two. I'm good with either one.
Okay. Why is that?
Hella Back, I just love the beat. Like, the beat on that thing is crazy. The energy on that thing is crazy. it's just a crazy song. I love it.
It is. I do enjoy the beat. I was giving it a listen. Right, on my way over here, and I did enjoy the mixtape as well.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, brother. I really like your song "Vices." Actually, I felt like it was pretty deep, you know, and you kind of slow it down a bit, especially with the type of beat you chose. You know, it's got that piano.
Yeah.
You know, who's your homeboy at the end? Like I saw, he's like, "Yo, tell it to him."
That's Soul.
Soul. Okay. I'm here in the background. I'm like, yo, who is that? Like, I like the way you faded it out, so it sounds like, I don't know, it sounded nostalgic. You know, it gives that like nostalgic feel.
That's big ups to my engineer.
Good shit, man. So you say you're an engineer. Who is that currently?
My current engineer is a dude named Ghost.
Okay.
Who works over at or Bay 8.
Okay.
So like anytime I do a session with them, I always make sure I got him there.
Nice.
I've done about like three sessions with him.
Sweet.
So I kind of like stick to him.
Bay 8, is this like a recording studio?
It's a recording studio in North Miami.
North Miami. Sweet, man. How'd you get plugged up with that?
I was just looking for studios at a time.
Okay.
Because before I was going to this studio, there's not really a name for it, but it's my mom's friend. He owns a studio. And I was going over there. And then I was just looking for studios that were like kind of either closer to me or like somewhere I could get to that's not too far. And I just overcame Bay 8. And their clientele is up there.
That's beautiful. You feel like you can network in there?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. That's amazing. Have you ever, like, how does that feel to go into like a professional studio and just know like this is your area?
It's a good thing. It's like when you go into the studio and you see like all the instruments and you see everything in front of you, it's like, okay, I could spend some time in here.
Yeah.
Like I could actually get shit done. You know? And it's just a beautiful thing. Like you got your engineer that you trust behind the boards. Then you got the booth itself. It's like your little alone time to just get out what you got to get out.
Do you think that you have to get into like a mindset before you get on the mic?
My mindset is like, it's kind of like it's already there. It's kind of like, it's like I know what I'm doing because before I go into the studio, I go over the material over and over and over again.
Gotcha.
Until it sticks, so I'm not going in there wasting my time or wasting my money.
But that's usually what happens when you're unprepared.
There's like I've been in home studios, and I've seen people take takes after takes after takes, and they're like, it's good because they know the person's face. But when you go into a real studio, that's time. So you gotta like make sure, okay, this take didn't go right. Okay, let me get back in there and do it right now. Like it's all on a time period.
So tell me more about how you create your music. Like, do you have like a set way of making songs when you write?
Well, sometimes I write to beats, and sometimes I just write.
Okay.
Just to get it off. Like sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and just start writing.
That's amazing.
Like it's just like, okay, something clicked for me to wake up, so I guess it's time for me to write something.
It's subconscious just putting two and two together.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. And when you find yourself writing, are you typically trying to get yourself into the right headspace, or is it usually like these like spontaneous, like, yo, I gotta start writing?
Sometimes I force myself.
Okay.
And then sometimes, like every artist, they sometimes go through a period where they got writer's block.
Yeah.
But in order to get through the writer's block, you gotta write all this shit out that's not good.
Okay.
Or that's just stopping you from writing.
Yeah.
You just gotta get it out. You gotta get it out. So I usually keep around like 3 notebooks.
Okay.
And then like I'll have it set up where, okay, like this book is for this book is for that, and this book is for this. And then write on my phone.
I like that. You mentioned really just getting out the bad. I've learned kind of this concept recently too, and we call it brain dumping, where you just gotta dump all the shit that you think is in your brain and just put it somewhere, right? So you're clearing up that mental space.
Yeah, getting all those tabs out.
Yeah, clearing out your tabs. Yeah, exactly. So you can focus on 2.
Exactly.
That's nice. That's nice. I get where you're coming from on that heavy. So you carry around these 3 notebooks. You know, you're using one to just get all the shit out, and then when you're on it, you're just writing.
During the pandemic, I would find myself writing like 7 songs a day.
Wow.
So like my recording process is like, I go to the studio. However many hours I book, that's how many songs I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So if I book 4 hours, I'm doing 4 songs.
Okay. So you try to do a song an hour.
A song an hour, yeah.
Gotcha.
That gives me enough time to get all my takes in. That gives my engineer enough time to mix and master everything while he's doing it. Then we on to the next track.
Do you find yourself also working with other people when you're in the studio?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. Like, I bring, like, Soul, he's a good, like, example. He comes to my studio sessions.
Awesome.
And then I just had my other boy, Chris. He came through a studio session. And then I had another homeboy. He came to a studio session. So it's kind of like, I sometimes have people there. I sometimes go by myself.
Mm-hmm.
But during this whole project, like, during the making of this whole project, I had people there.
Okay. That's good to know. And when it comes to working with people, like, for example, I saw that you had some features on Breathe.
Yeah.
How do you select who you work with?
I'll send it to a homeboy, and he'll probably say, like, yo, you should get this person on this song. Or I'll just already have the idea, like, okay, I want this person on this song.
Gotcha. So you're already, it's like pre-selected, basically.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I already know, like, if I hear a beat and I'm like, okay, I could put Soul on this.
Word.
Then, yeah, okay, I could put Rashid on this. Then, yeah.
Okay. How does that look like when you're recording? Do you bring him to the studio too?
Yeah,
Damn.
I do. Either I bring them to the studio or I record and then I book the next studio session and they come in.
Word. And have you done features on other people's projects?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Do you think it's easier to like flow into their project, or does that just take some work?
It has to make sense.
Okay.
Like, if I'm in the studio with them, like, one of my homeboys, I was on this project. It dropped on SoundCloud. It's still there. I was in the studio with him, and we just heard the beat. And then next thing you know, I see the song on his mixtape.
It's pretty cool. Damn, so you were just in there.
I was just in the studio,
around, like
just chilling at the time. Just my boy had a home studio. He used to let the homies come through, record.
Yeah.
I was just there for one of my other homeboys' session, and we heard the beat. I wrote my verse that same night and recorded it.
Love that. I hear you have a passion for freestyling as well.
Yes.
So tell me, how did this come around? Like, how did you get into this?
I used to suck at freestyling.
Really?
I'm gonna be honest. Like, but it took, when I was working on that one project with my boy over the summer back in 9th grade, I wrote literally every day, and it got to the point where, like, okay, I'm writing every day. I'm getting good with my words. Next thing you know, I just started recording myself freestyling.
Oh shit!
And over a Gucci Man beat, Lemonade.
I love that man. I love his beats. Yeah, big fan.
And it just was a wrap from there. It got to the point where, like, when I would go to Soul's house, these niggas, these people would get tired of me freestyling. They used to hate it. Like, they loved it, but they were like, "Yo, Jay, like, this is like your 5th beat you going over."
I had to just cut the beat, get out of here. It's 4 a.m, Jay. What are you doing?
Exactly.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Like Soul, he always told me, he was like, "Yo, Jay, I'm gonna get you one day with this freestyling," and it got to a point where, like, yeah, he up there, but he know I'm still big dog.
So, for anyone out there trying to learn how to freestyle better, what advice would you give them?
If you're good with your penmanship, write. I would say write, because it gets to a point where, like, once you get that flow going and you're writing consistently, it'll get to a point where just words just come to you. And that will make it easier for you. And then just actually start trying to do it. Like, listen to a beat, go off the top, like, whatever's on your mind. It's a freestyle. And what makes freestyling fun is when you have someone there that could throw words at you.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, you're on to the next, what's next? You're not thinking, you're not stuck. Because I've been in ciphers with people and they get stuck. And I'm like, just keep going. Same thing if you're like going over your material. Like you mess up, just keep going.
Yeah. Yes, just keep flowing with it.
Exactly. You'll get it.
Do you have a typical group of friends that you cipher with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my boy Chris, every time we would like have a session together, like we just start recording ourselves.
Word.
He'll play a beat, I'll record us, and we'll just go in and we'll it'll be like we're making albums, how we just continue to go.
That's always beautiful, man.
Yeah.
And it's actually how I've seen a lot of songs be made. You know, it just starts off as a freestyle sesh, and then like somebody all of a sudden grabs with the hook, and they're like, "Yo, keep saying that shit," and then boom, you got a hook,
Yep.
and then next thing you know, you got a fucking song.
Exactly. You got a full track out of that.
Yeah, you got a full track. It's beautiful. When it comes to ciphering, right? Like, do you think you can see yourself taking this to like other degrees, like maybe doing like live ciphers or something different?
Yeah. I've always thought about it. Like I always like had that dream like to be on the BT cipher, hip hop awards. Like me and my boys, we always had that like that vision.
Yeah.
And it was actually one time in the studio we recorded ourselves. We called it a restoration cipher.
Okay.
I still got the track on my phone, and I listen to it every now and then. It was like a no written cipher. You just gotta get on the mic and you gotta spit.
Tell me more about this group that you created in high school.
So respiration, our slogan was just breathe. We breathe hip hop.
I like that.
And we're just so like we're infatuated. We love hip hop. So like the group, like I said, was 4 people.
Yeah.
Me, Jay the Storyteller, Khalil Solomon, Supreme, and Mr. Ill. And we were just young kids that just enjoyed making music with each other. And if I was at Khalil's house, you'll probably see Mr. Ill there. You'll probably see Supreme there. We all just write into stuff. I was on his project. He was on my project. And we were just creating music and just enjoying it.
That's a beautiful feeling. Yeah. And did you create this in high school?
Yeah, in high school.
So were you in Jacksonville?
No, I was down here in Broward.
Broward. Gotcha. How was your time when you moved up more north?
It was tough, but like I adapted to the area.
Yeah.
Like, I told my grandmother, I was like, yo, I don't want to go to no school. I just want to do my time and get up. So
Make it sound like jail, dog.
like, I don't want to go to no new high school, like, cause like if I'm not with my friends, I'm not fucking with it, and I'm just like, but it was on me because I told her that, cause she was always working outside of Broward in different counties, and I told her I was like, okay, I'm gonna do my first 3 years at Flanagan, then I'll give you my senior year, like I'll come move with you and stay with you, and it was at first it was difficult at first, but then I was like, okay, can we get a dog? And since I'm up here, she's like, yeah. So we got a dog. It was chill. For my graduation, my high school graduation, she bought me a mic.
Wow.
And Mixcraft.
Nice.
So like I started producing and like doing my own thing, engineering myself. And even before that, on the school, I went to a high school, like an adult high school, on a college campus. So like I was already getting the experience of college before I even graduated high school.
Wow. Caused you to grow up quick.
Yeah. And so I enjoyed it. I even started a poetry club out there.
Damn.
On the school campus.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
because I was part of the poetry club down here in Broward.
Word.
At Flanagan.
Okay. Flanagan's a great school.
Yeah, it was a great school.
Yeah, they have an amazing arts program all around. Do you feel like you encountered a lot of musical people up there when you were up north?
No.
Okay. So very different scene.
It was different scene. I mean, I did open mics.
Okay.
But like I didn't come across people who made music like that.
Word.
And that was kind of rough for me because it's like, okay, I'm a kid that makes music. Like, where's everybody else at?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, and it was tough because it was like I wasn't down in Broward with all my musical friends. You feel me? The people who do music. So it was a lot of like time for myself to like grow as an artist and to just put in the time that I needed to actually like to get things out there.
I love that. So, you mentioned starting a poetry club when you were in high school. Was that like on the college campus or on the?
It was on the college campus.
Wow. Did a lot of people join, or was it like kind of hard at first?
It was like a lot of my classmates joined.
Yeah.
And so that's who like I saw.
Okay.
And I would have people actually come and talk to us, like the different poets that would come and talk to us, and it was going good for a little while, and then it kind of just like hit a land point.
Fell
where it was
off.
like it fell off, and I was like, okay, I'm about to graduate soon. Like, if nobody else is gonna continue this but me, then
I'm gonna let it be.
I'm gonna let it be, type shit.
Word. I used to do the same, something very similar with poetry clubs. We used to do slam poetry here in Fort Lauderdale,
Oh, that's what's up.
and it was cool. I think the hard part is getting people the courage to get up on the mic.
Yeah,
You know,
that
just
is hard.
speak their mind, say what they got, whatever they got in their head. They always think it's got to be perfect, but not the case.
No, not at all.
So you mentioned you want to make some videos and you have these ideas for projects. When can the people expect something different or something like a new, like a video, new project? No, you just dropped Breathe too, so you don't got to say anytime soon. But
Definitely this year.
okay, so definitely 2022.
Definitely 2022.
Okay, that's good to
I
hear.
can't say when Breathe Volume 3 will be out, but we working.
Word. It's good to hear. And I actually got a couple questions for you. So we typically do this in the beginning of the podcast,
Okay.
but wanted to try a little something different. You let the people get to know you a little bit better. So we call these rapid fire questions that are not rapid. So
That are not rapid?
That are not rapid. So take
That
your
is the
time.
perfect name.
Yep. Rapid fire questions that are not rapid. So you
Okay.
can go ahead and take as long as you want to answer them. Whatever comes to the top of your mind, just say it.
Got you.
All right. So, what's the most reckless thing you did as a teenager?
Most reckless, I would say try to fight the whole wrestling team.
Hold on, you trying to fight the whole wrestling team?
Yeah, I was in high school. I was intoxicated. My boy had gotten into an issue with one of the wrestlers. I just walked inside the gymnasium, and it was a wrap from there. like as soon as I walked in, I walked right back out.
Y'all got a problem? I'm out.
No, because it wasn't even like that. It was just like, so y'all don't hear me? Yeah, y'all don't hear me talk? And then, all right, fine, boom, I'm done.
Just cut it.
And then the coach is like, hey, come back here. I'm just like, nah, bro. Like, yeah, that was probably one of the reckless things I ever did.
Word, that's pretty reckless. Okay. What's your most fond childhood memory?
My most fond childhood memory, I'd say traveling.
Okay. Nice. Any particular place or just like just the idea of traveling?
Let's see. This didn't happen when I was a kid, but I'd say like just traveling in itself, because like my grandmother, she had work, like she did work she's a nurse.
Word.
So she had conventions to go to, and I would just be the young kid going there. Then we had church conventions, so I was going all over. And then on our downtime, just like family vacations.
Nice. I feel like that's always a good memory, you know, just being with the fam, going somewhere. It's good times. All right. What did you want to be growing up besides a rapper?
Should I tell a real occupation?
Yeah. Go for it.
When I was little, I wanted to be a wrestler.
Word.
Yeah, because I saw that on TV. And then it changed, like I wanted to be a physical therapist. I was like, because I used to play ball back in the day. And then I got injured, and then I saw like how occupational therapy worked. And I was like, yo, this is something I could probably do.
Yeah. It's pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
They really work the body and like,
Exactly.
it's like a miracle when your shit heals. That's cool. Name a guilty pleasure of yours. It could be anything. It could be donuts. It could be whatever the fuck.
A guilty pleasure.
Could be a rapper, an artist.
A rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Iggy Azalea.
Yeah.
Nah. A guilty pleasure. I'm gonna say hot fries.
Hot fries?
Yeah.
Okay. Like the Cheetos?
Yeah, the
Okay.
Cheetos.
Yo, those shits. High school, used to fuck them up,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And what brand do you love the most?
What you mean by brand?
Like, do you love Adidas, Nikes? Like, do you associate Off-White? Like, what is your brand that you really like?
Adidas or Nikes. I'm rocking Adidas right now.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
Did you just always get those when you were a kid?
Actually, nah. I used to get Polo a lot.
Word.
Ralph Lauren. Still to this day.
Yeah.
Polo. Yeah, I'd have to say Polo. Polo, yeah.
Okay. They got some good quality shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Sick, man. All right, so that's it for the not so rapid fire questions.
Got you.
So I wanted to get back to this freestyle, and you said you were open to spitting a freestyle for us.
Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of beats do you typically like?
Well, to be fair, I have some Midas queued up. I don't think you can go wrong with some gold Midas.
Down for
I
some
don't know
gold
if you know
Midas?
'em. Do you know gold Midas?
I don't, but did you play it on the podcast?
Probably.
Sounds like we may have to.
I know you played Noble Blues.
I love Noble Blues too, but I love me some local producers.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Solid. Let's hear them.
And if I could request a bar, I know you like word throws. Any bringing up of the royalty that is the American Polo Ralph Lauren company.
Okay.
I'm now curious to see you incorporate that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I said they want to know my name. They want to know my aim. What really is the game? What really is the change? Tell me what's on your brain. Tell me what's on your mental. Yeah, I just do it on the Midas instrumental. I'm going mental. I'm going psycho. Out my mind. It's not a typo. Yeah, I rock it. The Polo. And yeah, you see the horses on my logo. What is my mojo? What is my aim? What is my name? Wally, that be the name. She on my brain, she on my mind. But nah, never, she won't get the time. I press decline, I do recline. Up in the chair, you see I'm fine. Was never blind, was never bind. Was never going from behind. What's in my mind? What's in my brain? You know the name. I do the things. They call me Wally. Might see it on the chain. Or better yet, you see it on your dame. We here right now. It's miles wide open. But girl, can you give me some lotion? Nah, can you give me some tokens? Right now I'm floating. What's in his potion? It be the potion, the position, never juxtapose the mission. Yeah, my nigga, I'm really swimming. Yeah, my nigga, I do it for the children.
Woo! Well, it coming hot, bro. Coming in hot on the mic.
Just one time for Broward. You know?
I love to hear it, brother. I love to hear it. Thank you for blessing the mic with your
Appreciate
freestyles, bro.
Thank you.
I see you got the flows, man.
I try, man. I try.
Now, well, I'm gonna tell you, bro. Like, you've inspired me to start writing more and actually incorporate that into freestyling, because I always try to do the same as you and freestyle with my homies, and it could either go really, really well or really, really bad. So
I thought that note about writing making you better at freestyling was really interesting. Like it kind of reminded me of like running drills in like a martial art versus an actual fight. You know, it's insightful.
Yes, sir. I mean, that's the key to it. Like, once you get comfortable with writing, you can just get comfortable with freestyling.
And you typically you said you got a notebook. Have you ever done it like on a computer, or would you just recommend writing on like a notebook?
No, I've never done it on a computer. I would say a notebook. Sometimes a phone is good, but a phone can always get lost or stolen. I've had that happen to me many a times.
Gotcha.
Or it gets broken, and I'm just like, you know what? That's just a sign that I just gotta just write some new shit.
Word.
Like, it's like that was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Like, it's happened to me. Like, I used to write on my iPad, not my iPad, my iPod.
Word.
Like the touch.
Yeah.
And I used to write. I used to have like
Throwing it back.
yeah. I used to have like hella writtens on there. And then one time I lost it. I left it on the bus. Next thing you know, I'm like, fuck. Then I got a BlackBerry. Started writing on my BlackBerry, and then the screen cracked. I'm
Damn.
like, Jesus Christ, it just keeps happening over and over. So writing on paper, if you got a nice notebook, I would suggest.
Okay.
And then like it's just like having that alone time. Like what I like to do, I like to get in the mood when I'm about to write on the paper. So like I'll light a candle, have it dark in my room, make this shit sweet.
My man about to write Declaration of Independence out here, bro.
You feel me? And like and then I have my if I have a beat playing, like I either play it on my TV and I'm just sitting there writing, or play it on the computer.
Yeah, you make it a vibe.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I think it makes it easier to just get things off your mind and off your chest.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to incorporate some of these writing tips, bro.
Yeah, man.
Get into that. We're gonna have to make a little shareable or something like
we need a guide.
Yeah, we need a guide, bro. Make it like a shit, like a nice PDF. Send it to people. That'd be sick.
I'm about to start taxing.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, man.
I love it, bro. I love it. Well, where can the people find you? Like if someone did not know who you were and they wanted to find you online.
On social media, J_Walley. That's J_WALLEY. On streamings, just J space Walley.
Okay. Word. Is that the same like Instagram, YouTube?
Yeah, Instagram and Twitter, J_Walley. And YouTube, J/Walley.
Love it. Solid. And is there anything else you would like to tell the people out there?
Y'all go catch Breathe, man. Breathe Volume 2 is out now. We doing real good. And just thank y'all for having me.
Of course, man. It's been a pleasure having you. Yo, you know where to find him. Check out his new album, his new EP, Breathe Volume 2. And if you like what you heard today, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out. That's it. That was it, brother. Yo, good shit.
Thank you.
Real quick with the answers, get that flow going.
Yeah, man.